Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Giselle. I review fragrances. If you're new here, welcome, and welcome back if you're one of my returning subscribers. Guys, today is all about fragrances to stand out from the crowd. Now, this is not season related. Truth be told is that not everybody can afford the luxury of wearing fragrances according to seasons. That's why I wanted to do a more general type of video. And again, this is not season related, although most of the fragrances I'm going to talk about today are more suitable for this time of year. So if you're interested in learning more about my fragrances, stay tuned. Welcome back, and let's get into it. So guys, the first fragrance I have on this list that it's almost created to make you stand out from the crowd is Perfumista Avenue by Bond No. 9. In fact, this fragrance has been created to celebrate Bond No. 9 10th anniversary. This is a super gorgeous, oh gosh, this is a very feminine, gorgeous, sexy, lush, luxurious type of scent. It's very strong in spices. It has a lot of saffron. Nutmeg is also very prominent here. Rose is very prominent, but it also has rose water, which gives this fragrance a watery note, or let's say a dewy type of accord. It also has patchouli, it has amber, it has jasmine. Oh, it's so delicious. It has musk. The dry down is actually very musky, but you can smell a lot of the rose as well. So don't be afraid. It's not a compact powder type of dry down or anything like that. This fragrance is perfect for the nighttime. I think you can wear this fragrance all year round. You can definitely pull this off all year round, but I think that it is particularly beautiful this time of the year, especially during the night. It's a very flirty, very sexy fragrance, projects like crazy. People love it. You will receive massive compliments. It will be a head turner, and it will definitely help you stand out from the crowd. So this is Perfumista Avenue by Bond No. 9. So the next one on my list, guys, is Good Girl Gone Bad, and this is the extreme version. This is a travel case, as you might have seen. I have a thing or two for travel cases. I love travel cases. I think they look so chic, so elegant, and I always try to buy fragrances as small as humanly possible. So travel cases it's a great option for that. And I love it. This is so well done. It's so heavy. I love all the detail here. You have to have a look at it. The red one is new, and I absolutely love it. So back to the fragrance. Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme is, to me, way nicer than the original one. It's very fruity, very milky, very creamy as well. It's very sweet, floral, slightly green as well. Very feminine, ultra sexy. Projection is much better than in the original one, at least on my skin. Let me spray some. Gosh, it's so beautiful. It has orange blossom, it has tuberose. You know, I don't like tuberose, but here I can tolerate it because the fragrance it's really beautiful, and the tuberose, although it's prominent, is not like a punch in your face. I can smell more of the orange blossom than the tuberose. I would say in this one, the lactonic note is way more prominent than in the original one. While in the original one, the white flowers, especially the tuberose, is more prominent. I think the original one, it's more like an indolic type of tuberose. But here you can get more of the orange blossom. You can definitely get more of that milky accord. I also get, I kid you not, I also get apricots or even peach accords. And I smell that. I smell peach or apricots, although there's neither peach nor apricot listed as a note. And as I explained before, it's not uncommon in perfumery to recreate accords or smells that reminds you of something, when in reality that fragrance doesn't have that note in the composition. And this is one of those cases. This fragrance is very addictive. It's very intoxicating. It's very addictive. No wonder it belongs to the narcotics line. This reminds me a lot Cassili by Parfums de Malle, except for the fact that Cassili is way more powdery in the peach note. It's way more prominent. Here I can smell that, but it's not even listed as a note. However, I picked that. And it's not powdery. This fragrance is not powdery at all. What takes center stage here is the lactonic and the creamy notes. This fragrance is super sexy, let alone when you carry this perfume in this red travel case. The travel case is everything, but it's definitely very, very flirty, very sexy. You will definitely turn heads wearing Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme. 100% worth trying. So guys, the next fragrance that will make you stand out from the crowd is actually a combo. It's a combo between Angel's Share by Kilian, and I have a third fragrance from Kilian, which is Forbidden Games. As you know, Angel's Share belongs to the liquors line, and as a liquor, you can expect it to match really well with fruits. So I've been doing some testing here, and it combines amazingly well with peach fragrances, and this is what Forbidden Game is. So Angel's Share, basically, let me have a sniff first. Angel's Share was the blockbuster of 2020. It is an amazing fragrance. It's almost a cult favorite. Of course, it's not for everyone, like every fragrance out there. Not everything in the market is for all of us, but this fragrance was a hit. Many people like it, and for a good reason. It's very strong in cognac, also in cinnamon. It's very addictive, also very intoxicating. It has tonka, it has praline, which gives some creaminess to the fragrance. It also has vanilla, which also has more like a supporting role. Vanilla, it's not that prominent here. Tonka is more prominent, but vanilla together with the praline note gives this fragrance that creaminess and borderline gourmand type of accord. This fragrance, to me, it is a boozy gourmand. It's not on an edible level, but still it is a gourmand scent or borderline gourmand. It's unisex, although it leans more on the feminine side, but it's very sexy, very addictive, very decadent. It's thick, it's almost sticky. Oh, I love it. To me, I said this before, to me, Angel's Share also smells like caramelized pears. And I would say that cinnamon, cognac and tonka are the most prominent notes here, definitely 100%. Now, Forbidden Games, it's another game. Let me spray some here. So decadent, guys. It's a very fruity, very sweet. It's a floral type of scent, more fruity than floral. Very beautiful. It has osmanthus, it has orange blossom, it also has tuberose. You barely detect the tuberose here, but the most prominent accord here is again peach. However, surprise, there's no peach note involved in the formula, at least it's not listed as part of the formula. That being said, it also smells like peach. So this is what happens. Osmanthus, which is one of the notes here, which is pretty prominent, although osmanthus sometimes can smell a little bit citrusy, like it is the case of Atelier Cologne Love Osmanthus, for example. It can also smell slightly like apricots or peaches, and this is the case. We don't have peaches, we don't have apricots here, but we do have osmanthus, which is so prominent that it fools you into thinking it is peach, but it definitely smells like peach. And no surprise, osmanthus, usually it is used in perfumery when they want to blend fruits and flowers in a very smooth, rounded, silky type of way. When osmanthus is used in the composition, usually those flowers and those fruits are blended to perfection. So what I do here is I spray Angel's Share first because it's the stronger. Let me spray some here. And I spray Forbidden Games on top. Oh, this is a killer combo. You guys need to try this. It also combines really well with White Peaches by Shea & Blue. I already reviewed that fragrance. That is like drinking a peach Bellini. It's pure peach, and it combines amazingly well with Angel's Share. But with Forbidden Games, it's, like I said, it's a killer combo. You will turn heads every step of your way, and it definitely will help you stand out from the crowd. Forbidden Games and Angel's Share, both by Kilian. So the next fragrance on my list, guys, is a fragrance from Montal, and it is Red Wood. This fragrance has been in my collection for I don't know how long, over a decade actually, and I love it. I can't have enough of it. This fragrance is out of this world, literally. This is a fragrance I can only wear during the colder months. Otherwise, it could be obnoxious if you wear this in the summer, but of course you can do whatever you want. It's just my humble opinion. Guys, this is so unique and it's beyond anything, and it smells like nothing you've smelled in the market. It's absolutely stunning. It's a woody, spicy, floral, gourmand type of scent. It has saffron, super prominent here, one of my favorite notes, but you have to love spices in order to love this fragrance. Saffron is prominent, cumin is prominent as well. It also has rose, which is not prominent at all. You can definitely smell the rose here, but it's not that prominent. It has tonka, it has sandalwood. The fragrance is very, very creamy, especially in the dry down. If you can get past that initial burst of spices, which for many people is a turn off, not for me, but some people don't like spices. However, if you can get past that initial burst, you will get a magical dry down. The dry down becomes ultra feminine because this is actually a unisex fragrance. However, in the dry down, it's, I would say, 80% feminine, very, very feminine. So beautiful. It becomes creamier and also more woody. You will definitely smell more of the sandalwood and that creamy woodiness in the dry down and not in the opening. It's definitely a nighttime fragrance, not just a nighttime fragrance, but a cold night type of fragrance. It has to be very, very cold outside, and every time I wear this fragrance, it is super cold outside and I get massive compliments. This fragrance projects really well under cold weather. It projects like twice as much. I don't know why. It's something that has to do with the chemistry of this fragrance, but it projects like crazy. The colder the weather, the better, as I said. But it definitely has a great sillage, and it's very thick, it's very intoxicating, and wow, you will definitely turn heads and you will definitely stand out when wearing Red Oud by Montal. So guys, the next fragrance that will definitely make you stand out from the crowd is Maison Noir by Louis Vuitton. This is a very unique fragrance. It smells like nothing out there. It's an oriental, fruity, woody, patchouli, incensey, leathery type of scent. Yeah. It's very unique. I never smelled anything like this before. It has a very strong leather accord. Again, we have a leather accord here, although there's no leather notes in the composition, at least to my knowledge. It has rose, it has jasmine sambac, which is actually jasmine sambac is considered the queen of the jasmine. It's a very fragrant type of jasmine. Patchouli is very prominent as well. It has black currant, it has rose is also prominent, and the leather accord. So I would say rose, leather, and patchouli are the most prominent notes here, although leather is not a note, it's more an accord. But even though it doesn't have leather in the composition, I would say if you can't stand leather in fragrances, stay away from this perfume, because this is very strong in leather, although it doesn't have leather. So this is why I always say try to understand notes, and notes isolated doesn't mean anything. For example, you don't like leather and this fragrance doesn't have leather as a note. However, you go buy it and then you won't like it because it smells like something that apparently is not listed. You know what I mean? Try to understand notes within context as a complex system and not just in an isolated form, because notes isolated don't mean anything. This is one of my favorite fragrances from Louis Vuitton, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that this is, among all of their fragrances, this is the one that smells more expensive and more luxurious. This is super sophisticated, smells classy, it smells expensive, it smells luxurious, it smells totally leveled up. It's an amazing fragrance, and above all, it doesn't smell like anything you have smelled out there. So if you like this fragrance, go for it, because you will truly smell very unique. It's a fragrance that it's very fruity in the opening. Patchouli is prominent all the way through, since the opening all the way until the dry down. It's very dewy, like very watery. And it also, I think that's what it makes this fragrance very unique, because it's watery and usually you don't smell leather combined with aquatic notes. Or as I was saying, the opening is very fruity while the dry down is more leathery. However, fruits and patchouli are prominent during the entire time this fragrance remains on your skin. Same with the rose. Rose is also very prominent here. This fragrance also has incense, which makes this fragrance slightly smoky. I'm not too much into smoky fragrances, but this one is blended to perfection. It's very, very beautiful. It's slightly balsamic as well. This is a masterpiece, really. And this baby will make you stand out. You need to try it. Matiere Noire by Louis Vuitton. So guys, moving on, the next one on my list is Blossom Love by Amouage. This is stunning. This is so, so gorgeous. It's a very creamy, nutty, floral, powdery, boozy type of fragrance. It's very unique. It has cherry blossom liqueur, which makes this fragrance boozy, as I was saying. It also has amaretto. It has ylang ylang. So, so beautiful. It also has vanilla, tonka, sandalwood, which gives this fragrance a lot of creaminess. It's so, so beautiful. You will get more of the sandalwood and the vanilla in the dry down, although you can still smell it. You know, I haven't even sprayed and I can smell it from. This fragrance is not for the faint of heart, guys. If you are a shy person, if you don't like to be the center of attention, if you don't like to turn heads, don't wear this fragrance, because this is what it is. This is a head turner. This is a massive compliment getter. It lasts forever. If you're planning on wearing different fragrances throughout a specific day, don't wear this early, because even if you have a shower before spraying the next one, you will still need to rub and scrub to get rid of it. This is a beast mode fragrance, as Fracom likes to call it. It is very, very long lasting, projects like crazy, sillage is amazing, and the sillage of this fragrance truly lingers in the air and stays there. If, let's say you spray this in your bedroom, 2 hours later when you come back, you will still be able to smell this fragrance in the air. It's incredible. Now I have to warn you, this fragrance smells synthetic, but there's a caveat to that, and as I explained before, it smells synthetic but in the best possible way. And don't be fooled by the term synthetic, because as I explained before as well, many synthetic notes are way more expensive than many natural notes, so don't be scared by that. In fact, many allergic people can get allergic reactions when they wear fragrances with specific natural notes, and when they use synthetic notes, they don't get triggered and they don't get the allergic reaction. So not everything synthetic is bad, but I just wanted to warn you because it does smell synthetic, but I could care less. I adore this fragrance. I love it. It will definitely help you stand out, and it's a must try if you haven't yet. So guys, the last one for today is Iris Poudre by Frederic Malle, Edition de Parfums, and this has been created by Pierre Bourdon. So this is also so beautiful, so feminine. It's an ultra feminine type of scent. It smells super expensive, super creamy, super luxurious as well. It's a floral fragrance, but it's perfect for winter nights. This is one of the few florals out there that doesn't smell like spring, or let alone summer. This actually is a fragrance that I tend to wear during the colder months, especially winter nights. It's absolutely gorgeous, and let me tell you, this smells like identical to Rosa Danger. So if you're entertaining the idea of buying Rosa Danger Parfum, and this is the Parfum version, you can definitely try this as an alternative, because although it's also expensive, it's more affordable than the Rosa Parfum. And let me tell you, this is pure Parfum, this is Eau de Parfum, and this performs better, lasts longer, projects better, and sillage is even better. I have to tell you, this is not a dupe. In fact, this has been created in 2000. This has been created in 2011. Both this one and Danger reminds me of the original Samsara. I think both wanted to be the modern Samsara. That's my personal opinion, but it is, regardless, it is so gorgeous. It has an amazing sillage, great projection. It has rose, violet, iris. Of course, iris is very prominent, but also ylang ylang and sandalwood are super prominent. And I think the similarities with Samsara come exactly from the sandalwood and the ylang ylang. Those were notes very present in the original Samsara. And I say the original because it's been reformulated I don't know how many times, and I lost track of it, but I'm referring to the original Samsara. And yeah, this is also very strong in ylang ylang, in sandalwood. The dry down is also pretty musky. To me, this is a 100% a feminine fragrance. I wouldn't consider this a unisex fragrance, but you do you. But it is beautiful, guys. You have to try this one if you haven't yet. It's perfect for a night out, for parties. And this is also a fragrance that if you like to be the center of attention, if you like to get compliments, if you want to be that person that everybody is wondering, oh, who smelled this good here, you have to try Iris Poudre. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video about fragrances that will make you stand out from the crowd. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if that is the case, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Also, let me know in the comments below, what is your go-to fragrance when you want to stand out from the crowd? I'm super curious. Let me know down below. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.